medyo marami po yata yung counts ng RTH. 2017, we have 119,286. 2018, 277,499. So forth and so on until 2024, 316,557. Now, my question is, ano po ang ginagawa ninyo para maiwasan po natin itong RTH? Considering na alam naman po natin na napakahirap po ng sitwasyon, lalong-lalo na po ng binabanggit ni Congressman Suwan, na yung mga nasa rural halos nagsasara na because of this. Ano pong mga remedies na ginagawa ninyo para maiwasan itong RTH?
Mr. Chair, ako muna. Thank you for the question, Mr. Chair. No? It's a very, very valid, interesting question. First of all, Mr. Chair, once our digitalization improves, vastly improves, most of these issues, turnaround time, RTH, and I, will be addressed, no? Including fraudulent claims. So we are working as fast as we can on that, no? Led by Ma'am Jovi Aragona of our IT, our head of IT, no? And we feel that once we get these things moving fast, it will, the effects will be immediately improved, no? There are even some companies who are presenting the AI, artificial intelligence, on claims payments. No, again, once we can start using these, I think the effect will be felt immediately. No, and talagang mag-improve lahat yan. No, turnaround time, RTH, denied, all of these. No, number of claims processing, fraudulent claims, all of them.
Sir, I think computerization is being implemented already in some other hospitals. So doon po sa mga iba, tingin ko, po pwedeng connect na lang po sa inyo. Tama po ba yun?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Mr.
But
Chair,
in some other hospitals na medyo backward pa, let's say sa mga rural, sa mga far-flung areas, if I may recommend, pwede naman tayo magpalagay ng tao dun or mag-training tayo. Para hindi na po dadalhin sa inyo. Lahat po ng mga dinadala sa inyo, dapat na-check na verify na ayos na. So, may iwasan natin yung RTH kasi na-inspection na
Agree, Mr. Chair. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, we are sinabi ni Kong Janet yung PhilHealth Cares. So we have more than 500 already, and dadamihan pa namin po yan. We hear you loud and clear,
kasi
Mr.
po pwede naman po i-prioritize natin yung mga hospital na, let's say, alam natin na mga nasa far-flung areas. So doon talaga i-prioritize. Kasi sa Metro Manila, halos lahat naman po yata yung mga hospital dito. Nasa computer na kailangan lang siguro i-connect doon sa, like what you've said, more than 2 years na po kayo. But this problem has been going on since 2017 or mas matagal pa.
Even further.
So,
yes, Mr.
for 8 years, medyo ang tagal na po yata na itong problema to. And yet, hanggang ngayon, di pa nasusolusyonan. Samantalang simpleng-simple lang. Kung kulang kayo sa tao, mag-training kayo ng mga staff ng ospital para i-check lahat yung mga pinipilapan. 2 lang ang pipilapan, may Tagalog, may English. Pag marunong mag-Tagalog, pag hindi makaintindi ng English, Tagalog na forms, yun po ang pipilapan. Pag medyo maalam naman po, English. So, gano'n lang naman po kasimple yun Hindi ko po alam kung ba't kailangan pa natin ipa-complicate.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Correct, Mr. Chair. In fact, Mr. Chair, if I may add, what you mentioned, as I mentioned earlier, we're doing a lot of capacity training and capacity building aside from increasing the number of PhilHealth Cares people. So you hit it on the dot, Mr. Chair. Gagawin po namin yan. We will even move more aggressively on that, Mr. Chair.
Yes, kasi sa totoo lang, ang laki po na itong count natin, kahit sinasabi po natin 2% lang, but still, malaki pa rin po. At siguro mostly po dito, baka mga nasa far-flung areas.
Noted, Mr. Chair.
Okay, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please continue, Congressman Suwan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I still have other questions as to the effect of the RTH and other delayed payments and even denied payments as to all kinds of hospitals, but I think they would be better answered by the representative of the Association of Hospitals. So, may I move to my next set of questions, which are addressed to the representative of the Department of Health? ASEC, I think the situation is getting untenable. Hospitals are struggling to keep their doors open, and healthcare workers are unpaid, and some patients are even being turned away. So, how has the DOH stepped up to help these hospitals and even these patients? What measures have you taken in order to address this situation?
Asek Domingo, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Honorable Suan. In the health financing of our healthcare, sa pagbayad po ng singil ng mga ospital sa pasyente, ayon po sa ating datos, simula 2014 hanggang 2023, ang pinanggagalingan ng bayad ay ang mga sumusunod. Yung out-of-pocket, meaning yung ating sariling kabayaran, yung national government, which is the DOH, ang PhilHealth po, ang National Health Insurance Agency, ang local government, tapos ang mga health maintenance organizations or private healthcare institutions. Sa pinakahuling datos na available, 2023, ang binabayaran po ng ating mga kababayan ay sa bawat ₱100 piso, 44 pesos. Ang binabayaran po ng Department of Health ay 23 pesos sa bawat ₱100 or 23%. Ang binabayaran po ng PhilHealth ay 10 pesos, 10%. Ang binabayaran ng mga local governments ay 9 pesos. At ang binabayaran po ng mga HMOs ay 13 pesos. Para masagot po ang katanungan ng ating butihing Congressman na Suan, yung tulong po ng DOH ay nasa mga sumusunod. Una po yung tinatawag na quantified free service. Madali pong makuha ang no balance billing sa DOH kasi pag sinabi po ng ospital, lalo na po sa mga ward nito na hindi nasisingilin yung pasyente, nakakarga po yun sa budget ng ospital. Ang binibigay po ng Kongreso, salamat po sa Kongreso, yung ating GAA for the hospitals. Kung kulang naman po yun, pwede namin siyang punan ng ating tinatawag ngayon na medical assistance for indigent and financially incapacitated patients. At meron rin pong tulong kung yari pag sa mga local government hospitals, yung kanila po namang mga local government budgets. Depende ho sa local government. Pag mataas po yung antas ng syudad or munisipyo, nakakayanan po nilang punan yung bill. Tapos sa ating pong mga may kaya, yung mga middle class pataas na nakakabili ng HMO, yun po yung tinasabing 13 pesos out of 100. So total, Mr. Chair, Congressman, ang tulong po ng DOH ay dun sa aming budget na galing rin po sa Kongreso, ang GAA line item, ang MAIFIP na galing rin po sa Kongreso. Tapos siyempre, meron rin po naman tayong kinukuha sa PhilHealth. Yung nga lang sa ngayon, yung performance, kailangan pataasin kasi yung pinakahuling datos, 10% lamang po.
Thank you. Are these measures that you have just mentioned, do they apply to private hospitals also, or are they only applicable to public hospitals?
Yun pong, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan, the share of the DOH may not be applicable to the private hospitals kasi wala naman po silang direct access sa ating line item budget. They are private entities. But because of the special provisions of the General Appropriations Act allowing for a memorandum of agreement between the DOH and private hospitals, yun pong MAIFIP or MAIP na itatawid po natin sa private. Basta po sila ay mag-agree sa memorandum of agreement ng DOH.
Okay. So from the perspective of the Department of Health, what do you think are the most glaring failures in PhilHealth's reimbursement system?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Honorable Suan. Yun pong reimbursement system, actually, I was keenly listening to your Honor's line of questions, and we do agree na malaki yung financial impact kapag hindi nakabayad ka agad. There is cost of money. So kahit sabihin natin na maliit na hospital, and I'm quickly just keying up PhilHealth data, mula po sa stats and charts ng PhilHealth, there are 332 level 1 government hospitals, 449 private level 1 hospitals. Ito po yata yung hinahanap